graphics tutorial. We have been using CorelDraw for previous lessons, but I deemed it fit to take it a bit further by using CorelX7. Almost the same thing, just a little differences, but everything is the same. The tools are the same, so you don't just need to bother about that. You won't get lost. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do well to do that, so that you get first-hand experience with the videos when they drop in. Alright, so we'll be looking at something very, very important. Let's head on to our new document, A4, thereabout. Alright, so we're looking at something, two things today. We'll have our power clipping and the use of the knife tool. Yeah, permit me to zoom in. Alright, now one good thing about CorelX7, for instance, look at what I've typed here. If I head on to the colors, if I head on to pink color, the more you're using the colors, the more over here under your status bar, it keeps piling up the colors you've used recently. Like if I click this color, you see it piles up, so it makes it easier for you to go back to previous colors you've used for your design. You don't have to come over here and you keep scrolling, to look at some colors. Alright, so these are the tools we're looking. So let's begin with one, which is called the power clipping. Now, to begin with, let's get our ellipse tool, and to draw a perfect circle, you need to hold down your control key, to get a perfect circle. How do we make it round? How do you know that it's a perfect circle? When you come over here, the object size you see, this is 67.154, and this also 67.154. For the height and the width, they're almost the same. That tells you that it's a perfect circle. So let's reduce it, and we can also give it an outline color of, let's say, cyan, and we can also increase the width of the outline by coming here. This is an outline pen. When you click on the arrow beside it, you could actually change the thickness to like 3. Alright, so having done that, let's go on to import a picture. Yeah, you can import by doing your Control I, or you could come to File and come to Import. That's Control I, as you can see here. So let's go to Control I. I want to get a graphics, maybe a picture. So let's scroll down. Okay, I could see now Queen Lizzie in loving memory, blessed memory. So whenever you import, you can drag out to the size you want it to be. So this is what we have now. Queen Elizabeth, blessed memory. Now I want to, power clipping is like you're trying to fit this picture into the shape. The shape is called our container. Taken, the shape is called our container. So you want to fit this, you want to clip these pictures in, so that you take the shape of this, take the form of this circle. Are we together? Alright, so let's go on to do that. Now what do? You head on to effects on your menu bar. You go to your effects, you go to power clipping, then you go to place inside container. So you click on place inside container. Mind you, we selected the picture first before going to effects and power clipping. Now if you do it well, when you come out, you'll see this black arrow here, the big black arrow pointing towards the right. So it's trying to tell you where do you want to clip this picture into. So I can head on to this shape, inside this shape, or at the outline, any part of the outline. So I click here once. This is what has happened. The picture has now been clipped, power clipped into the shape. It's not taking the form of the shape. But let me zoom in and see something. See what's happening? You see this white gap here? It tells you that something is wrong. It was not properly done. But you don't need to panic about that. You don't need to panic about that. There's room for you to go back. You know, in Corel 17 as you are using, whenever you power clip, just come over here. You see what it say? Edit power clip. You can edit. Previous versions of CorelDraw, you have to go to effects, go to power clip, and you go to edit power clip. That's a long cut. So for a shortcut in these latest versions, you can actually come here, click on edit power clip. You see that white space we're seeing here. So I could as well, click on this Queen Elizabeth, and then drag out. See, you can position this. If you see, you could see the outline of your circle. So whatever that is found outside the circle will not be part of the content inside when you've done. So if you're okay with this organization, just come here. What is written there? Stop editing content. Immediately you click it, guess what? You're done with your power clipping option. So now when I move this, you see, both the circle and the content, which is the picture, goes with me. So that's what power clipping does. I think we are good to go with this. Now another good way to do power clipping is this. Let's say I get a text and I write John. After typing John, I can go on to change the font to this. Alright. Now ideally I can color this blue, or can give it a color like this. But there's some situations whereby you want to color John with a background. That is when power clip comes into play. Okay, let's get a background. So I go to file, let's import a background. Okay, yeah, this is a good background. I import it and I can drag out. Now this background, looking at the positioning or the angle, it will not do well what we want to use it for. So I click once again and then hold down my control key and then come to this rotating side. This side you can use it for rotating, and then I rotate it this way. Alright. Now with this I can cover the whole of John, which is good to go. So look at this beautiful colored background. I want John to take up this background. So the only way you can do this is by using your power clipping options. So let's go to effects, let's go to power clip, and what's that? You place inside container. Now your container is no longer the circle, but it's John. So make sure that your arrow is touching John. So what do? You click once. Is what has happened. Now if you've done this and you observe that what you've done is not actually okay, you can as well hold down your control key and click. That's another short way of editing. Yeah, or you can hold down your control key and click outside to finish. Now let me tell you something. What I just did is just a shortcut key. When you hold down your control key and you click into a power clipped object, it takes you to editing mode, and you can edit. And when you hold your control key and click outside, you finish editing. The same thing like when we come here. This is what? This is edit power clip. You can say, okay, John, I want this to be here. Yeah, something of this nature. I'm done working. What do you do? Stop editing content, and then you are good to go. And I can give this John a black outline, and I can increase the width. Where's my outline now? I can increase the width of my outline to 2. Mind you, one thing you should do about outline is when you come to the outline tool or the outline pen dialog, which is found here, the outline pen, the shortcut key is F12. When you go there, it's always expected that you take the view behind. Why you take the view behind is so that, the more you increase the width of the outline color, it won't eat up part of the background or part of the view which you've actually given to the text itself. So I go to behind. I say, okay, this is how it will look like. I think this amazing. Let's get a color. You can change it to any color you want it to be. So with this, you have succeeded in filling John with a particular background with the help of your power clipping tool. I think this is okay for us. This is good to go for us. So we've done that with the background, and we've also done that with a picture. Alright, so that's what we have there. Now let's go on to the one they call knife tool. Knife tool. So let's head on to our rectangle tool and let's draw a rectangle. And the rectangle is colored green, and I want to give it two colors. But meanwhile, I want to cut it from here. A knife tool can be used to cut from here and to here. You can cut from here and also end here, depending on what you want to design. I want to do a design. Let's say this color is this. You can remove the outline. You can come here and remove the outline. The outline is black, so you can say no outline. There's no outline again. So let's zoom in. Okay, how do we now get a knife tool? So the knife tool is located over here. Yeah, where you have your crop tool. So you click on this short, the black arrow beside it down here, and then you get your knife tool. When you get your knife tool, you use this edge either your top, as far as Corel 17 is concerned, you cut from up or you cut from the side. Yeah, so what do? I come here, the edge of or the outline, you go over to your outline of your shape, you click once, and then you come over here, and then you click again. We're starting from one edge. We started the edge here, and then we're coming to another edge, and you click again. When you're done with that, just go back to your pick tool. Click outside. Look at what you've done. You see, you succeeded in cutting this shape into two, and as you've cut it into two, you can actually pick one and give it a different color. See, yeah, something of that nature. And you can do some wonderful work with it. That's how we work with knife tool. Is what I've done. So you can as well get your knife tool again. You come over here, get your knife tool, come here, you click once, drag it here, and then you end it here. You've succeeded in dividing that. You could as well pick it up and give it a different color. Yeah, I think it's amazing. So this is what we have. You could use that knife to to divide, to give your background or your shape different sections, and after doing that, you give them the colors that you wish to use, and then you go on to start designing your work. Yeah, that's about the knife tool. And then if you observe what I was doing, let's do Ctrl Z now. If you observe what I was doing, if I get a knife tool, I click, I come to the edge, I click once. When I click, I release my hand from the button, and then I just come over here, and then I click once again, I release my hand. But there's another angle towards using the knife tool. Watch what I'm going to do. I click, but I don't release my hand, and then I try to draw out some stuff. I'm trying to get a rough edge. That's what I'm doing. I'm dragging, and I'll end here. Alright, having done that, let's see what has happened. So let me move this a bit. This is what I just done. Let me just move it a bit out. You see what I've done? You see, I've given this in a very good texture, given a very good design here, and I can design with this. It doesn't matter. As far as one thing about design is, there are things you create. You know, they may be abstract, but as far as design is concerned, they're beautiful. So this is what I've just done, and you can see that the edges, are not smooth. They are rough. But what I did here initially was just a sharp cut. So to recap what I've just said, if I get my knife tool, I can click here once and end it here. Good. See what it has given you something clear cut. But in the situation where I want a rough edge, I click my knife tool. When I come here, I click and then try to drag out something of that nature. And then I end here. When I end there, click aside and then pull out this. This is what I was giving you. It's giving a very, very good design. So that's what the knife tool is used for. Very, very important. So let's just permit me to just do some Ctrl Z. Let's go back to where we're coming from. So that's that. So but when you now go to your knife tool and you click, you see, if you're moving this way, it's what has happened. You can't get a straight cut. So if you want to get a straight cut through this shape, hold down your shift key. Is what happened? It's now moving very, very straight. You come here and then you click. Sorry, that's a mistake. You hold your shift key. This is straight. Yeah. Then you click. It's going to give you a very clear cut. Give it a color. Then give it another color. So that's how we do it. Knife tool. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions on the comment section of this post, of this video, and I will attend to all of them. For now, this is all we got to learn about our power clipping tool and our knife tool. When next will come, we'll lay our hands on one or two designs so that we can start practicing. Thank you so much.